to this edition of the Raptor Update. I'm Major General Doug Pearson, Commander of the Air Force Flight Test Center at Edwards Air Force Base, California. I've been associated with the Raptor program off and on for the last 20 years, starting back when it was known as the Advanced Tactical Fighter. Today, I am responsible for developmental flight testing of the Raptor. I've also been flying as a Raptor chase pilot for the last couple of years. There's a lot to talk about in this update. The activation of the first Raptor Squadron, climatic testing of the aircraft, the first ever visit of a Raptor to Lockheed Martin's Fort Worth assembly plant, and an important name change that reflects the realities of warfare, the inherent capabilities of the aircraft, and the changing mission of the Raptor. So let's get started.
It's official. The Raptor is now the F-22. Advances in technology and new Air Force doctrine make today's Raptor very different from the plane it was when the program began. The F-22 is a far more powerful air-to-ground strike system than first envisioned, which is why its designation was changed. The F-22 will allow the Air Force's other stealth assets to operate 24 hours a day and will clear the way for airlifters to resupply U.S. ground forces in enemy territory. The F-22 is a prime example of the Air Force's approach to transformation by combining air dominance, precision attack, networked intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance, and joint close air support into an unprecedented single platform. The Air Force also has its first production F-22. Raptor 4010 was officially delivered to the Air Force on October 23rd. It's the first plane built with production phase funds. 4010 was delivered to Edwards Air Force Base in November to join 4 other Raptors testing operational suitability. It's been frozen, snowed on, rained on, and baked. The Raptor endured harsh extremes in the weather, and all in the McKinley Climatic Laboratory at Lackland Air Force Base, Florida. It's the largest climatic testing facility in the world, and it can generate temperatures between 65 below and 165 above zero. Nearly every climatic condition can be duplicated here, including rain and snow, in a controlled environment.
We have to be able to have a worldwide deployable force that's not hampered by weather conditions outside. So we attempt to duplicate those conditions so that we can test our military equipment to ensure that the fighting force out there is going to have the equipment that they need when they need it.
The Raptor spent 3 months in the McKinley chamber, enduring freezing temperatures, ice, snow, rain, heat, and extremes in humidity. And the engineers say it passed every test thrown at it.
I was surprised at how well it reacted in the hot. We had gotten a lot of responses that it wasn't going to work and it wasn't going to work, and it worked really well. We had a good team here, and they all did everything right, and we got it done in the hot temperatures on schedule. It was great.
You always have weather. I mean, it's not always going to be 70 degrees, low humidity and sunny out there when you're out there fighting a war. It's important to know that your weapon system, if you're the person who's going to operate it or use it, you're going to want to know that it's going to work out there.
Well, the coolest thing for me is when we're sitting here at minus 40 and we're actually running the airplane in full afterburner inside of a building, and the plane's doing just fine. All the systems are operating. You got, you can see the afterburner flame out of the engine, and it's just blasting away and doing just fine at minus 40 degrees.
On its way back to Edwards Air Force Base, Raptor 4004 stopped at the Lockheed Martin Aeronautics Company assembly plant in Fort Worth, where the mid-fuselage of the plane is built. Hundreds of employees turned out to see the plane's arrival on September 10th. Test pilot Al Norman, who flew the plane from Lackland, joked that many of the workers were probably seeing the whole plane for the first time. 4004 remained at Fort Worth for a week before heading back to Edwards to rejoin the Raptor test fleet.
By order of the Commander, Air Education and Training Command, the 43rd Fighter Squadron is hereby activated and assigned to the 325th Operations Group at Tyndall Air Force Base, Florida, effective 25 October 2002.
And with that, the 43rd Fighter Squadron, the first F-22 squadron in the world, was activated in a ceremony on October 25th at Tyndall Air Force Base, Florida. Its mission will be to train the first Raptor pilots, and its commander, Lieutenant Colonel Jeff Harigian, says he's ready for the challenge.
From the perspective of having the opportunity to lead not only the men and women of the 43rd Fighter Squadron, but also to have an opportunity to fly the world's greatest fighter aircraft really has me pumped up at this time. We look at this as the first step towards building that next generation fighter pilot. We have taken one step closer to achieving that ultimate goal of building the Air Force to that next level, from air superiority into air dominance.
One of the most challenging jobs in the Air Force is command of a fighter squadron. The Air Force Fighter Squadron is the basic fighting unit, and the people selected for command are the finest officers we have. On top of that, we are tasking the 43rd Fighter Squadron commander to build from scratch a premier fighter squadron equipped with the newest and most advanced aircraft ever built. These are enormous responsibilities, and I know we have chosen the right officer for the job.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime job. We will have the rare opportunity to determine our own destiny and most certainly have an impact on the future of our Air Force and our country. I'm ready for the challenge, and I know you are too, so let's get started. Thank you very much.
As the F-22 ramps up for operational testing, one of the upcoming milestones for the program will be delivery of Ship 12 to Nellis Air Force Base in Nevada. We'll have that and a lot more in our next update. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.